Hi guys, and welcome to Employee Access Database Connector using C Sharp. So let me show you guys how this works. We can always delete every single content in here if we want. So I'm going to say okay, there, that is it, gone. And we can also add. So let's say who we are adding is Paul. And the email address of little man. There we go. All we then need to do is just to click on save. And when we click on save, we should be able to see Paul's details right in here. So click on save. There we go. That is Paul Ajayi's details right there. Supposing we have more than one Paul Ajayi, I'm going to click on save again. There we go. We can always delete one. Okay, just select what you want to delete and click on delete. There, gone. Now, the other thing is that we can do is we can search, enter the candidate number, the employee number. There, just click on search, and there we go. Okay, we can also update, okay, reset, view data, and so on. Okay, we can print, exit out, and we can even exit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys to C# development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi, and welcome to C# tutorial of Access Database Connection. So I'm going to start by clicking on create new project, and let's click on next. Let's give the project a name. I'm going to call it CS underscore employee access connect. There we go. And I will click on create. Okay, my development environment is ready. I'm going to change the font size to something more user friendly. So let's change that to about 1386 by 788. There we go. Now you see the font here. I'm just going to call that Access Database Connection. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, you see, I'm going to go straight to the project here. Click on project, and let's select, you see, manage new get package. What we want to do is to connect the OL. Let's go to browse first, and we'll go in and look for OLED. There we go, and make sure you just select the system.olde database, then click on install and click on OK. There we go. It's successfully connected to this very system now. So I'm going to go back to the form design. We can always close this. We don't need that anymore. Inside the form design, let's carry out the following. I'm going to add. Let's go to the toolbox. Inside the toolbox, I need a panel. So let's come into all window form or Windows form panel. There we go. We have a panel on board. And this very panel, I'm just going to change the appearance to, let's go to border style. I'm going to change that to fixed 3D. There we go. And here, that will be for my title. Just drag it that much. And let's right click and copy again. There. And in here, I'm going to have my data and so on. So let's move these so that we can see that. There. Move this all the way. That's fine. And I'm going to copy this. Bring it down first before I copy it. Now Control C, just copy. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to drag this that much, something like that, and bring this down a little bit more. Alright, looking good. Now the next thing I want to do is I am going to copy these again, the one right on top, just bring it down. There we go. Now one thing is, let me change the background color because I can hardly see. Just click on the background and let's change that to something we can all see. Let's go to background. I'm going to change that to cadet blue. There we go. Now because I changed the background to cadet blue, all of my panel, they've all inherited that very color. I'm going to change them back to Control. That is the default color for them. There we go, they're now back in Control. So let's come back to our toolbox. I'm going to grab hold of, okay, let's grab hold of a data grid view and just dump that in here. Very good, we have data grid view on board. Now we need labels and text box. Label, text box, and button. Put a button here underneath here, and we need labels. Let's grab hold of one label, put that here. We can also copy that label, put it up there for my title. Scroll right down and let's grab hold of a text box. There we go. Now we need two objects. Those two objects will be for printing and so on. So let's come up here. I think we should be able to see print document. There we go. Double click on that, and we also need print preview dialog. There, those two objects, look at them right there. That is good. Now let's start with the development of the interface. First of all, let's select this one up there, change the font size, pin this down, change the font size to something readable. Click on that, click on font, and I'm going to make that maybe about, let's go for about maybe 68. There, take it up. Okay, not too bad. Now let's change the details on it. We just change that to access, database, connection. There, I think that is fine. Right, let's see if it's alright. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, now select these two components in there, grab hold of this as well, or maybe I should just select the button as well. Now let's change that to something a bit readable. Make that bold, scroll right down, make it about maybe 28. Alright, okay, that's good. Now let's come in here. We need to copy these across. We're gonna need about 6 of those. So let's select that and copy. Control, just hold on to the control, click and drag. We have 4. We need 2 more. Okay, we're gonna need more room. That's good. So you should be able to occupy the whole space. Bring it down. Now select and dump it there. Very good. That's brilliant. Okay, now we need to bring this one down. This very one here. Just move it down a little bit and bring this right down. And here I'm going to have my search button in here. Copy this and bring it right here. There we go. Oh, undo that. Hold on to the control, click and drag. There. Alright, that's my search for the search button. I'll put this one right here. Now let's change the details in here. This is going to be known as employee ID, and text content is going to be employee ID. Let's change that to TXT, employee ID. That's fine. Now this is going to be first name, TXT first name. and the label is going to be known as first name. Select the label, change that to first name. Now we have surname here. And the text box right in front of that will be known as txt surname. Paste. Then the next one, I'm going to change that to, let's go for email, txt email. And this will be email. There we go. Then we have address here. Text box is going to be known as txt address. There. We have mobile here. That's txt mobile. And the label, that will be known as txt. No, that will be known as label. Will be known as mobile. There we go, all done. Okay, that's looking good now. So we just need to take care of this. Let's move it back a little bit. That's good. Now the next thing we want to do is to add our buttons. Right here, this button is going to be known as save data. And this is known as btn save data. Save data. There we go. Let's copy that. We have 2, we have 3. Bring it here. We have one more here. Let's see if we can squeeze one here. Okay, so we have about 5 in there, which means we need enough room. We can always shrink this. We need one more button space. Okay, so let's change the names of these around first. So this one is going to be known as btn. btn update. Nice one. Scroll right down, change the text content to update. Select this. Delete. Change that to delete. Copy delete and change the name to btn delete. Next one, that is going to be known as reset. btn reset. Text content will be known as reset. Bring it down. Next, that's going to be known as view. Yeah, we can view, so we might as well enter view in there. View data. And the variable name will be known as btn view data. Paste. There. Okay, we're going to need 2 more buttons, so I'm just going to reduce the size of all these buttons. Let's see this one, that is fine. So let's see the size of that. Okay, that's 53. Okay, select it all and change it all to the same size. Okay, we should have enough room now. So I'm just going to adjust that and get back to you guys. Okay, we seem to have enough room now. I'm going to select this last one, hold on to the control, click and drag. Brilliant. Let's change that to btn exit. There we go. And text content will be known as exit. There. And right up here, I'm going to copy these very exits. Let's take it right up. And that will be for the search. Dump it right there. Just reduce the size of this. and change this one to search. And the variable name will be btn exit. No, btn search. Done. That's brilliant, and this is going to be known as txt search. That is good, guys. So all taken care of. So I'm going to run it right now. Just save that. Let's run it and you guys see how that looks like. Right there, this is how it's looking. All I just need to do now is just to tidy it up a little bit. Move this up and bring some of this down. That's good. So close that. Okay, so let's do one thing. Just need to move this down a little bit. Bring it right down. Now the next thing we want to do is make sure that it's saved. The next thing that we want to do right now is to select access. We want to create a database. So in here I'm just going to click on blank database, and right here let's give that a name. I'm just going to call it eSave employee save data. eSave, that's good. eSave data, let's put data on it. That's good. The E stands for employee. So I'm going to click on create. There, you see this? Right click on that table and save, and I'm going to change that to eSave as well. eSave data. That makes life easy when I want to connect my database. Click on OK. So now right click on it again and let's select design view. I'm going to get rid of this primary key, and this one is going to be the very first field will be employee ID, and I'm going to change the data type to short, and the next is going to be first name. Come right down here, change that to surname. Then the next one is going to be, I think I call that email. We have address, then we have mobile. There we go. That's my database ready. Okay, I'm going to right click and just view the table. Save. There we go. My table is ready. Okay, that's fine. Save everything. I can even close it if I want. Yeah, close the table. I know the location where it's saved. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is, first of all, let's double click on this exit. Double click on that, and in there let's do this. Let's call the dialog result. Dialog result. There we go. And I'm going to call that I quit. There, that's the name of my variable. Come right down here. Let's use an if statement. If no I quit. Let's use the following. Equals message box dot show. Okay, and what do I want in there? I'm going to say confirm if you want to exit. There we go. So that's the very first argument. Okay, the next argument is going to be message box. No, let's enter employee. That would be the title. Employee database. Employee database. That's fine. Then enter another comma. The next one is going to be message box buttons dot yes or no, comma again, and the last argument is going to be message box icon. Message box icon. The icon I intend to use is going to be a question. There we go. And here just enter semicolon. There we go. Now we can use an if statement. Now if whatever you select, I quit, if that is equals dialog results, do that again, dialog results, that is it right there, double click on it, dot yes. If it's yes, then enter curly braces, just say application.exit. I prefer it this way because it will actually prompt the user to confirm if they want to exit or not. That is why I decided to do it this way. You can always just type in application exit. That makes no sense because the user can just lose all what they've been working on. Look, you see that? That is very good. Asking you to confirm. Are you sure you want to exit? Yes, I do want to exit. That is fine. Now the next thing I want to do is let's take care of another very easy one. Let's take care of reset. Double click on reset. Inside reset, I'm just going to enter txt. The first one is this dot. Let's say clear. Yeah, we can use that. There we go. So it's going to clear that. Let's do the same thing for the next one. txt, first name, clear. txt surname, clear. txt mobile, clear. txt address, clear. txt email, clear. Now finally txt search, I'm going to say dot text, that will be equals search. So I intend to enter search in there. Very good. So that is taken care of. That's for my reset button. Now let's come back in here. Let's select the search text box. Come in here, paste that in there, and change the data in there. Now let's change the appearance of the font. Make it a little bit very light. Let's look for something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just like you have in browsers. Okay, that's fine. Now, the next thing that we want to do is to get our database connected. Let's go straight into server here. Look at this, Server Explorer. If you don't have a Server Explorer, you can always go straight to Windows and select Reset Window Layout and just click on Yes. And all of the components will be set back to their default state. Okay, now select Server Explorer. Now that up here you will see connect to database. Can you guys see that? Now click on that. Once you click on that, it opens up this dialog. The data source that we're using is Microsoft Access Database. If you are using a different one, you can always change it right there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to browse to the database that I've just created. It's in my document. It's called eSave Data. There we go. Click on that and select OK. That is it. Get rid of this admin and right here just select test. There we go. It's successful. That is good. Now click on admin. Remember that. Click on admin. Once you click on admin, that is the address of your database, the name of the OLDB properties. You can just drag this. You need to copy this. You're going to need that. I'm going to right click on it. I've already selected this, copy. Click on OK. And click on OK. Get rid of this admin first. I don't want that. Click on OK. I've copied that because I need it. There. Now I'm going to go straight into my form. Double click on the form. Now back here, you see where we have the usernames. I'm going to come down there and just enter using system dot data dot OLEDB. There we go. That is it right there. So the next thing that I want to do now is I'm going to create the following. Let's come right in here. You see where we have public partial class from 1 underneath in there. I'm going to ask the system OLEDB connection. Let's see, connection should be there somewhere. There we go. And I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it con. That will be equals new OLDB connection. Okay, now I'm going to open up a bracket, and inside that bracket I'm going to enter alt. Then the next thing is enter to speech mark. There we go. Remember the path that was copied from this server, the path that I copied. If you forgetting the path, right click on it, go to the properties. You should be able to see the path right here. That is the path that I copied. Okay, I'm now going to paste the path right inside the to speech mark here. Get rid of that and just paste. There we go. That is the part that was copied. Right at the end, enter semicolon. I have now officially connected my database to the system. So let's run it. Nothing is going to happen though, but if there's any problem, there will be an error. So run. As you can see, there's no error. So my database is officially connected. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. See you guys shortly.